Life Lessons to Lead to Your Optimal Self. So I'm going to be selling that next Saturday. Also working on, and it's funny, Queen Angela, you brought this up because I think this is a good segue. I'm going to be doing a webinar with Thriving Community Collaboratives on January 24th from 12 to 1. We're going to be discussing what do you do with the life you were born into? And really, what I like about that is we're really trying to encourage people that they can make the most out of whatever opportunity they've been given. And what you said earlier about the different people going through different challenges and situations like that, we really want to just remind people that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And even though we do have these challenges, and it is tied into my book as well, you still can overcome those challenges as long as you have the right people in your corner, as long as you take note of the right lessons or jewels on your journey. Most importantly, remember that you yourself are a jewel, because I tell people that it's hard to know where you're going if you don't know who you are. So that's one thing we got going on. And I'm also doing, at the moment, I have two events that I'm doing. One is going to be in February in Randallstown, Maryland. It's going to be the Black Culture and Roots Expo. So I'll be selling some more copies of my book as well as I have the African American Literary Festival that's going to be in Richmond, April 18th and 19th as well. So, I have a couple of things I'm working on as far as your jewels and your journey is concerned. But the biggest thing, and I'll let you take it away, Queen Angela, is that I am working on my second book. So I'm hoping that will come out in either late 2025 or maybe early 2026. Right now, I can say I'm on chapter two. It's probably going to be a 14 chapter book. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I look forward to hopefully releasing that as soon as possible.
And are you a self-published author, or did you publish the traditional way route?
I published the traditional way.
S- What was what motivated you to do traditional over self-publishing?
Well, honestly, this is my very first book, so I never knew much about publishing,
Mm.
and I'm thankful because I got with a black-owned publishing company, Lightning Fast Book Publishing, and my publisher, who I met in an expo, really gave me the blueprints of how to write my book and things like that. And not to go off into a tangent, but honestly, I didn't really think about ever writing a book. I just didn't think that's something that I could do, and I went to this expo and he asked me, did I ever think about writing a book? And honestly, my answer was no. But when I had some time to think about it and converse with him, I thought, okay, there are some experiences here that I want to discuss and share with people, and how to inspire them to find the jewels on their journey. And I know what it's like to be lost in my journey myself through my various challenges and struggles. So even though I never thought about writing a book, I'm glad I did. But I definitely could acknowledge the fact that I would need someone in my corner to how to publish a book correctly as opposed to self-publishing.
Awesome, awesome. So on this journey of publishing, what can you look at and say you have been surprised by you being able to accomplish or do?
I think the first thing, and I love that question. I think the first thing really is that the fact that I was just able to have a book published. One of the things I write in my book is one of the chapters is called "Don't Let Other People Put You in a Box." But also, I write about the fact that you can't put yourself in a box, and I think that's what I was doing because I just thought it was just so difficult to write a book. And I'm not saying people don't have their challenges; people have writer's blocks and things like that, but I just didn't think that that was something that I really could do because I've never done it. But I think what I'm most proud of is the fact that I was able to do that. And then also, I'm just happy that people are taking a lot of inspiration and meaning from my book. Especially, I would say this though, especially because a lot of people reference to the fact that I'm a younger author. I'm 28, and a lot of people ask me, "Well, sometimes aren't you kind of young to be writing about life's journey and things like that?" And I tell people is just that we all have things we can contribute regardless of how old we are, or how young we are. But what really makes a lot of impact for me is that when I really see my elders appreciate the book too, because they don't have to acknowledge the book. They can just say, you know what, I've lived a portion of life. I don't need anything else. But when they take time and say, you know what, Elijah, I read your book. It was awesome. I want to give this to my grandson or my granddaughter or my children or whoever it is. That means a lot to me because it shows that even though I have people who are older who are acknowledging my book, I'm thankful that